I've been traveling as I kind of landed. I was looking over sort of LA, looking at the traffic, and felt really positive about um, how big America is. And kind of the phrase that came to me was too big to fail. And it got me thinking about this trip and then one next month when I fly into China, where I've sort of decided to place myself in two of the epicenters of some of the global change that's happening in the world right now. And the thought that came to me for this newsletter is that we really shouldn't be buying into the doom, and just maybe start by asking, how's your mojo right now? Because I think the moment we find ourselves in is causing us to lean in. Our instinct, and it's probably a good survival one, is to pull back, to hunker down, and to kind of wait out the storm. Sometimes though, waiting out a storm is more like putting our heads in the sand. And I think this time that we're in right now is a bit like that. I think now is the time to get working on building out your commercial game. I think it's time to step out and, dare I say, step up to the work of being a thought leader. Like, AI will create jobs, but on the way, it's taking out so many of the ways that expertise shows up. I really believe you need to start your consultancy or take it to the next level now, not in 2 years, like now. And there's three reasons why, and my too long don't read is that there's systems collapse, the democratization of expertise, and echo-chambered groupthink. Let me sort of unpack each of those. I think that the first is that we're experiencing systems collapse in many ways, and from the ashes, these new systems are forming too. But waiting passively for better ones to land in your lap just won't cut it. I've been writing recently on the rise of authoritarianism and the great shallowing of the world, and you can click on the links there to read some of those newsletters. And without dwelling too much on your AI anxiety response, there's, X's Grok, which is the AI that Elon uses under that platform, just did a whole heap of anti-Semitic Hitler messages, which were really insensitive. And there's three things I shared a decade ago in Next, my book, that are now firmly in place. Big data, the Internet of Things, and AI are disrupting everything, everywhere, all at once. I love Michelle Yao, by the way, as an actor. She's so fantastic. I think it's up to each of us to see the collapse, maybe to stay awake in it, and to lead anyway. No heads in the sand, right? The second point I sort of want to make about not buying into doom is that experience is the best game in town. You might probably heard me say a lot that we're not just in the ideas business as experts. Like, ideas still matter, but they only come alive when they're delivered as experiences that move people and create capability. You need to get rockstar good at creating experiences for humans that scale their ability to be future ready. And this might look like the difference between a one-way webinar where you're talking at people and a live workshop that shifts how people see the world and themselves. My new end-of-year book project is titled exactly that. It's called Future Ready Humans, a curriculum for our species. Not far-reaching at all. The species! Such hubris. But really, that's what we all need to be doing, right? We need to be working on creating extraordinary capability building experiences. If I'm one click away from all the information in the world and it's now working for me through AI, then your job, human, is to be more than just ideas, more than just information or answers. Your job is to help me have a relationship with what you know. Be an inspirer, a light bringer, a space holder, someone who can help others see light when they feel they're in the dark. Rise up, amplify the good. There's links to both my books there. Don't buy into the doom, but rather build experiences that matter. And you can't do it alone. I can't stress this enough. None of us has what it takes on our own. And yet, groupthink is a real concern, right? So appeasing algorithms feed you more of what you want while encouraging you to believe you're always right. Chat's enthusiastic. You're absolutely right. That's a great idea. As a response to critique, doesn't always give us what we need. You need deep partnership with great mentors in a community of diverse, intelligent perspectives. True community doesn't mean surrounding yourself with people who always agree. It means staying open to tension and difference so your practice stays robust. And by the way, just as an aside for the audio version of this, the move against diversity and inclusion in this space, I get it's a woke whiplash, and that's fair, but the competitive advantage of difference and inclusion is such a game changer. And we really, as thought leaders, need to tap into that. But this is not easy to find, right? And it's precisely what the Thought Leaders Business School community provides. I think it's time to join us. And if our business school is not for you, find a group that encourages, inspires, and challenges you all at the same time. Find a group that keeps its borders open and its minds even more so. No cults, no control, no tithing or towing the line, no dogma or doctrine. They're out there, but they're few and far between. And we have a global one right here. I guess what I want to say here is, with these three things, is don't wait for perfect conditions that never come. Maybe you want to drop me a note. Tell me when now will be a good time for you to join us. Seriously, I woke up here in Los Angeles this morning with certainty that now is the time for great thinkers to be financially free as they build out commercially smart, consciously led practices. I've been thinking this since 1997. And if you're at all interested in the origin story of thought leaders with the handover of Hong Kong back to China, I'm happy to share that with anyone who's interested. So drop me a note if you want, to read that. So I've got three sort of calls to action. Read the book, The Thought Leaders Practice. Maybe let me mentor you for 12 weeks as you study how to build a thought leaders practice. And you do that through our foundation program. Or join us for the next 12 to 36 months in our business school. And let's really push the game to you building your $1 million expert practice. Stop trying to do this alone. I reckon the time is now. And if not now, when? And if not with us, find your people. But let's do this. The world needs you right now as a thought leader, sharing wisdom and insights. Chat to you next time. Drop me a note.